You know that weird disconnect between how you're feeling emotionally and what's going on physically? Yeah, today we're going to bridge that gap. We are exploring the hidden connection between your body's energy centers and your everyday mental and physical health.
Let me ask you something kind of personal to kick things off. Have you ever suffered from physical aches, chronic fatigue, or stress that completely defied any medical explanation? You go to the doctor, they run all the blood work, and they tell you everything looks normal, but you still feel awful. Well, according to the text we're diving into today, the true culprit might not actually be in your cells. It might be in your body's energy flow.
So here is our roadmap for today. We'll start with the mind-body bridge, touch on chakras and mental health, check out the physical roots of illness, do a deep dive into the throat chakra specifically, and finally, wrap up with some really practical healing and clearing techniques.
All right, part 1, the mind-body bridge.
So how exactly does a thought or a feeling actually turn into a physical sensation? Well, in these ancient Eastern frameworks, chakras are far from just abstract, woo-woo concepts floating around in the ether. They are vital, active energy centers. Think of them as the literal translation software between your physical vessel and your consciousness.
And this is where it gets super fascinating, right? Ancient wisdom actually lines up perfectly with modern human biology here. These energy centers map right on top of two massive physiological systems, your hormone-producing endocrine glands and your major nerve plexuses. So a chakra imbalance, it's not just bad vibes. It translates literally to disrupted nerve signals and hormonal chaos in that exact region of your body.
Moving right along to part 2, chakras and mental health.
Which leads us directly into part 3, the physical roots of illness.
Okay, because these centers govern your hormones and nerves, they essentially run the show when it comes to your mood. And when psychological blocks happen, they show up as real, measurable, physical issues. It's wild. Like, if you've got deep-rooted fear, that blocks the root chakra at the base of your spine, which the source is linked straight to physical lower back pain, sciatica, or even a weak immune system. Suppressing your emotions? That hits the sacral chakra. And bam, you're looking at potential kidney or reproductive issues. And chronic anger closes the heart chakra, tying right into asthma or lung conditions. It's literally a one-to-one map.
And look, this isn't just theory. Our sources give some amazing real-world examples. Take Sarah. Her severe anxiety and social fear traced right back to a root chakra block. Once she started targeted breathing and meditation, she totally conquered it. Or Ali, who got over deeply rooted intimacy and fatigue issues by balancing his sacral chakra. Samira tackled her despair through her solar plexus, and Miriam actually cured her chronic loneliness by opening her heart chakra. We are talking about massive, life-changing shifts in quality of life here.
Let's get really specific in part 4, deep dive into the throat chakra.
So the throat chakra, traditionally known as Vishuddha, is all about your inner truth, expression, and communication. Symbolically, it's represented by this calming, 16-petaled blue lotus. But on a physical level, it is intimately tied to your thyroid gland. And if you know human biology, you know your thyroid is the absolute master controller of your entire body's metabolism and energy levels.
You know that feeling when you're just terrified to say how you really feel, and you get that literal physical lump in your throat? Well, this explains it perfectly. An unbalanced fifth chakra throws everything out of whack, causing chronic sore throats, vocal issues, and even thyroid disease, alongside this crippling shyness and a huge fear of judgment. On the flip side, when it's balanced, you've got absolute confidence, honesty, and a beautiful voice that people just naturally want to listen to.
There's a case study from the research about a guy named Mohammed that really grounds this whole concept. He always felt completely misunderstood and just could not get his inner thoughts out. And honestly, it wasn't just a minor inconvenience. It spiraled into severe social anxiety and depression. It wasn't until he intentionally focused his efforts on clearing the specific energy center in his throat that his communication and his mental health actually started to turn around.
And this is where ancient mysticism meets modern tech in the coolest way. According to researcher Dr. Tahari Yeganeh, a closed throat chakra is not a metaphor. It literally shows up as a measurable disharmonious frequency on a bioresonance machine. And by adjusting those frequencies using non-invasive tech, they can actually help open the chakra. It's literally using cutting-edge frequency analysis to validate thousands of years of energetic wisdom. How cool is that?
All right, let's wrap this up with part 5, healing and clearing techniques. So, what if you don't happen to have a bioresonance machine in your living room? No problem at all. There are super practical, everyday steps you can take to clear your throat chakra entirely on your own. Number 1, color meditation. Just close your eyes and picture a warm, glowing blue light right in the center of your neck. Number 2, and this is a fun one, sing. In the shower, in the car, wherever. Just physically free up those vocal cords. 3, drink plenty of water to hydrate the area. 4, practice honest dialogue. And 5, look, if you're just not ready to speak your truth out loud yet, write it down. Journaling gets those words out of your head and starts moving that blocked energy.
Now, it doesn't stop at physical actions. The source material makes it super clear that shifting your actual behavioral patterns is absolutely crucial here. You've got to practice speaking clearly and confidently. But here's the catch. You also have to actively practice listening to others without judging them. It's a two-way street. And maybe the most important thing, you need to privately praise your own efforts. Seriously, self-affirmation is like literal medicine for the 5th chakra.
Look, if you take away just one thing from this whole explainer, let it be this. Your throat chakra is about so much more than just talking. It is the vital, energetic bridge between the passionate desires of your heart and the cold, hard logic of your mind. Taking care of it means you're actively defending your fundamental human right to express yourself safely, honestly, and authentically to the world.
So I'm going to leave you with a thought to chew on as we wrap up. Take a real, honest look at your own life right now. Think about those stubborn physical aches you carry, or the specific mental stressors that keep you awake at night. Which of your body's energy centers is crying out to be cleared today? Take a second, listen to what your body is telling you, and hey, maybe start with a little blue light visualization. Thanks for hanging out with me on this explainer, and keep exploring.